And today's thought of the day is your passions point to your path. And here's a question that might make you uncomfortable. When was the last time you were so absorbed in something that you completely forget to check your phone? I mean, your phone was right there, probably buzzing with notifications, but you were so engaged that those red dots might as well have been invisible. Can't remember. Don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us have trained ourselves to ignore that feeling because someone, somewhere along the way, told us that if we enjoy something too much, it's probably not practical or realistic. But what if I told you that those moments of complete absorption when time seems to disappear aren't just pleasant distractions? What if they're actually your soul's GPS system pointing you towards your true path? Think about this. Why do you think you're naturally drawn to certain things and completely bored by others? Why does your friend, let's say Raj, light up talking about cricket statistics while you're rather organize your entire wardrobe? Why does your sister lose herself in painting while you get excited explaining complex problems to people? Now, these aren't random preferences. Your passions are like signals from your soul. They're telling you, hey, this is where your authentic energy lives. This is what you are designed to do. But here's what happens in our Indian context. Somewhere between class 10th boards and choosing a stable career, we learn to ignore these signals. We start thinking passion is a luxury we can't afford, something to do after we are settled or when we have time. So, passion works exactly like a magnet. Have you ever played with magnets as a kid? You can't force a magnet to attract to just anything. It naturally pulls toward what is meant to connect with. You don't have to convince it, threaten it, or motivate it with external rewards. It just pulls. So your passion works the same way. It's not something you have to force or create from thin air. It's already there, naturally pulling you toward activities, topics, and experiences that align with your true energy. When you're doing something you're passionate about, you don't need 5 cups of coffee to stay focused. You don't need external motivation. The magnet is doing its work, pulling you naturally towards where you belong. And there's something fascinating. Notice how you feel after spending 2 hours scrolling through social media versus spending 2 hours doing something you're genuinely passionate about. Social media, you feel drained, scattered, like your energy has been sucked out through the phone screen. But when you're down s- doing something you love, with its cooking a new recipe, solving a coding problem, listening to someone else's story, or organizing an event, you actually feel more energized afterward, not less. And here's where it gets really interesting. We often dismiss our passions because they seem small or insignificant. We think passion has to be dramatic, like wanting to be a Bollywood actor or climb Mount Everest. But most life changing paths start with tiny, seemingly ordinary passions. Let's take the example of Rohit from Delhi. In college, he was the guy someone went to when their phones broke or laptops crashed. He didn't think much of it, just enjoyed figuring out tech problems. His parents wanted him to be a software engineer. But that small passion for solving people's tech problems, it led to start a mobile repair service that now has 15 locations across NCR. So the beautiful truth is, your biggest life transformation might be inside hiding, inside something you already do and love but haven't taken seriously yet. And you want to know the most reliable way to identify your true passion? Look for the time loss moments. These are the activities where you start at 2 p.m. and suddenly at 7 p.m. you realize, oh, 5 hours are gone. For some of you, it might be when you are teaching your younger sibling math and suddenly you've created an entire lesson plan without realizing it. For others, it might be when you are rearranging furniture in your room and 3 hours later, you've redesigned the entire space. Maybe you lose track of time when you're researching solutions to a problem or when you're listening to friends talk through their relationship issues or when you are creating content for Instagram stories. These aren't time wasting activities, they are clues. Your soul is saying, pay attention. This is where you come alive. So, here's a simple but powerful way to distinguish between genuine passion and things you think you should be passionate about. Genuine passion energizes you even when it's challenging. You might struggle with a difficult coding bug for hours, but if programming is your passion, you'll feel satisfied and engaged even in the struggle. False passion, things you think you should like, drains you even when they are going well. You might get good grades in commerce, but if it's not your passion, even success in it feels hollow and exhausting. And now, here's what I want you to do. And this is where the magic happens. I want you to list 5 things you do that make you lose track of time. Yes, just take a pen and paper, try doing it. I want to list 5 things you do that make you lose track of time. Don't overthink it. Just write down those activities when hours feel like minutes. Maybe it's explaining things to people, organizing events or spaces, or even creating content or art. It can be solving problems, building or fixing things, or even reading about certain topics, or let's say listening to people's stories. For some, it's really difficult to be a listener, a good listener. And once you have your list, ask yourselves this crucial question: how can I do more of this in my daily life? Not how can I turn this into a career immediately, but how can I bring more of this energy into my regular days? And here's the accountability part. I want you to share one item from your list with someone, your friend, your spouse, anybody. Why? Because when you speak your passion out loud, it stops being just a private thought and becomes a public intention. It becomes real. And here's what I wish someone had told me earlier: you don't need anyone's permission to follow your passion. You don't need to wait until you're qualified enough or until you have enough time or until someone validates your passion is worthy. Your passion is already valid because it's yours. It's already important because it energizes you. It's already pointing towards your path because that's literally what passions do. And there your internal navigation system exists. So here's the most beautiful part about following your passion. You don't have to figure out the entire path right now. You just have to take the next step towards what energizes. Maybe you love organizing, and the next step is to helping a friend plan their birthday party. Or maybe you love explaining things, and the next step is creating one YouTube video about something you understand well. So the path reveals itself as you walk it, but it only reveals itself to people who are actually walking, not just standing at the starting line and analyzing all possible routes. So here's my challenge for you. This week, instead of asking, what should I do with my life? A question that creates pressure and anxiety. Ask, what do I already love doing that I can do more of? Pay attention to your energy levels. Notice what activities make you feel more alive, not less. Notice what topics you can talk about for hours without getting bored. Your passions aren't trying to distract you from your real path. They are your real path, disguised as things you know or you enjoy. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and stop waiting for someone else to tell you that your passion matters. So, your passion is calling. Today, let's answer. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.